We're here at the corner of East Meadow and Alma at the train crossing, Caltrain crossing, just to get some view of the tracks and the safety equipment, which is pretty much like what was installed by the VTA one block away at East Charleston. The reason we're looking at this is because earlier in the week, well, actually I think Wednesday of last week, a lady who was claimed to be following her GPS decided to make a right turn, presumably going to the east onto these tracks, and drove down the tracks a short ways and then decided that she was on the railroad tracks and stopped. According to the article in the paper, she got out and flagged down a motorist who called 911, and presumably they called Caltrain, who ended up notifying their engineer to stop as soon as possible so that an accident was avoided. The reason for this video is that just to point out that we are way overdue for having some sort of surveillance equipment on these intersections, since Caltrain and the city of Palo Alto have both decided not to do much about the grade separations along here. They're expensive. I mean, it's ostensibly $40 million to put a grade separation in, and also a requirement of maybe taking homes on the four corners of where the intersection would go. So it's kind of understandable why nobody wants to do anything, but I mean, why no government agency wants to do anything, but the people who use these intersections and these at-grade crossings are put at risk quite often when things go wrong. A video surveillance equipment or some sort of little obstruction device, some sort of little radar unit that would allow the people in the Caltrain headquarters to know that there's an obstruction at this intersection, even though there's no train in sight, would be very helpful. These kinds of equipment, this is called collision avoidance radars. Well, actually, that is actually something that would end up being on the trains, but the sort of platform presence equipment would help to automate danger detection on these intersections, all these at-grade crossings anyway, up and down the line. Don't know how much it would cost exactly, but certainly something in terms of $2 to $3 million, spread over a couple of years, would not be all that expensive, and it would in fact provide what we might call positive control or positive knowledge control up and down the line as to if and when one of these intersections was blocked.